Hey you guys, I promised a video on my Holy Grail drugstore foundation the other day, and I thought I'd do you one better and actually give you a video on 5 really awesome drugstore foundations for oily, maturing skin. So, for those who are new to the channel, I'm in my 40s. I've been on a year-long, ambitious, project of discovering a new foundation, and in the process I've discovered a lot of other really cool things too, and I've learned a lot of new tricks about skincare and beauty and stuff, and I'm happily sharing them with my friends on Facebook and YouTube now. So I am going to give you guys 5 of the best drugstore foundations that I've run across. A lot of these I never would have even tried if I hadn't read about them on paula'schoice.com. I rely on that website a lot for information about skincare and beauty. So if you're not already a follower of Paula's Choice, I definitely recommend following her on Facebook, checking out the website. She puts up new reviews all the time. Just a really rich resource of science and information on skincare and beauty products, and just generally the ingredients and stuff, and it's all very science-based, which I like, because I'd rather, know what's in the product I'm using and know what it's doing for my skin than just rely on somebody's personal review, whether they like it or not, which is also great, especially if it's somebody who has skin issues that are like yours. So on that note, I have 40-something skin. I am dealing with oiliness everywhere except under my eyes, which lately has been super dry. And I'm still trying to figure that out. I think I'm reacting to something that I'm putting on my face, but I haven't figured out quite what it is yet. So I have aging skin. I have mostly oily skin. I have pores that are more visible than they were 10 years ago. I still get acne. My routine has gotten pretty good at this point, and I'm not dealing with breakouts anywhere near like I was even just a year ago. And I did another video on my skincare routine. But yeah, I even in my 40s, I'm still breaking out regularly. So yes, wrinkles, pores, acne, oiliness, some dryness under my eyes. Those are the conditions that I deal with. And these are 5 foundations that I've found that are highly rated on Paula's Choice, but also have performed really excellently for me with my specific skin conditions. So what I should call this video is 5 drugstore foundations for maturing oily skin, which if I can fit it in the title, I will. But if it doesn't say quite that, that's what this really is. 5 really awesome drugstore foundations for skin that is maturing, is oily, is breakout prone, has visible pores and fine lines. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my least favorite and go all the way to my favorite, but I have to say that I've tried 50 or 60 drugstore foundations over the last year. No joke. I haven't paid for all those, and many of the ones that I did pay for I returned. So I have pulled, these are my 5 favorites from all those foundations I've tried. So even though the number 5 is my 5th favorite, it beat out like 45 other foundations. So these are all really, really good. And depending on what kind of makeup you enjoy, if you have an affinity for a certain brand, I could get behind all 5 of these. They're all really, really good. So starting with number 5, I've got the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Creme Makeup. Revlon Color Stay Whipped Creme Makeup. This has a nice spongy, thick consistency. It doesn't come out. Now that's on my hand. I don't want to put it back in. I'm going to wipe it off in this towel I've got down here. Let's see. Okay, I wrote some notes, so if I'm looking off to the side, that is why. Okay, this is rated best on Paula's Choice. It is best for normal to oily skin. It's a moussey consistency. It goes on as a cream but dries to a powder. It's got a nice satin matte finish, so it's got just a hint of glow, but more just matte and smooth. It comes in lots of shades. Let's see. It's medium to full coverage, definitely buildable. So just one layer, you're going to get medium coverage, which is pretty good, and then you can add a little bit more for full coverage. And I really enjoy this. The color that I got is a little bit light for me, so I haven't been using it, and I probably won't until midwinter. But this is a good one. I've definitely really liked this one. All right, number 4 is the Neutrogena Mineral Shears, and this would actually be higher, except that the colors run, I can't even get that to show, run a little warm, and I run a little cool. So this works for me in the sunnier months when my skin's a little warmer toned anyway, but otherwise this would probably be number 2. That's the only reason it's 4 instead of 2. This is amazing. This is, let me just read my notes first. It's a pressed powder. It also comes in a loose powder version, which is almost identical. It's just a little messier, which is why I chose the pressed powder instead. It's light to medium coverage, so you'll really have to build it to get good coverage. So if you probably won't want this one if you need heavy coverage, because you're not going to be able to get that with this without really caking it on, and then it'll look really heavy. But really nice light to medium coverage, matte finish. This looks very, very natural, and also rated best by Paula's Choice. And like I said, the only issue I have with it is that it runs a little warm. Sorry, my nose is itching. It always itches when I'm making a video, right? But the coverage this gives is so nice. It almost gives a glow, and it's lovely on my skin. And I put it on my daughter's skin, my daughter's perfect skin, and it was even more breathtakingly beautiful. This is just beautiful. It's a beautiful, soft, glowy finish, and it's difficult for me to find words to describe something like that because, yeah, I'm just not good at that. But yeah, this is super, super pretty on, lighter coverage, very nice, very, very nice foundation if you want something a little bit lighter coverage, and especially if you're more warm complected. All right, this next one isn't actually a foundation. It is a CC cream, and it is the Olay Total Effects 7-in-1 CC cream. My light is so bright, I apologize. This is not reviewed on Paula's Choice yet, but other 7-in-1 products are, and they always get best ratings, so I anticipate that this one will probably do very well. This specific one is pore minimizing, and I think it just came out, and that's why it's not reviewed yet. So it's the Olay Total Effects CC Cream Pore Minimizing. It's got SPF 15, which isn't enough, so use it with another sunscreen. Very sheer to light coverage, so you're not going to want to use this if you need medium to full coverage. Or you could use it underneath something else to give just a little extra, like underneath the Neutrogena Mineral Shears would be really nice. I find that this is mattifying. It kept me more matte during the day than I would otherwise have been. And while I don't think it did a hugely wonderful job minimizing my pores, it certainly didn't accentuate them. So the real bonus of this is that you're getting the skincare benefits of the Olay 7-in-1 products, which are fabulous. They always get best ratings on Paula's Choice. So if you're looking for a true skincare product with some coverage, check this one out, especially if you have oily skin or visible pores. You will not be disappointed by this one. And again, you could layer it underneath a powder foundation or even another liquid foundation or cream and get really, really good coverage. Okay, so the next two are actually a tie. So number 2 and number 1 I love equally. They are both what I consider holy grail products. I cannot believe that of all the foundations I've tried over the last year, The two that ended up at the top were both drugstore products. I cannot speak highly enough of these two products. The difference is that one is a powder and one is a liquid. So depending on which one you prefer, you would, choose that one. So in no particular order, I've got the Physicians Formula Mineral Wear Talc-Free Mineral Face Powder. And Physicians Formula powders are kind of confusing because I could never tell which ones were supposed to be foundations, which ones were finishing powders, which ones were like, had other specific purposes. So I had to go on Paula's Choice, and she told me which powders did what. This is a foundation powder. This is the best foundation powder I have used, and I have a drawer full of foundation powders. I probably got 25. And this is better than Bare Minerals. This is better than the Lancome one I have. This is better than Laura Mercier and Bobbi Brown. Nothing compares to this. This is amazing. So I'm going to read what Paula's Choice says about it first. It gets a best rating. It has medium coverage. You could layer it over a BB or a C cream to get full coverage. It's SPF 16, which again is not enough. You want to put this over something with a higher SPF, but it's nice that it has some protection. I think that's where Paula's Choice left off, and my personal feelings about this one begin. So what I have found with this powder is that it smooths my lines, it minimizes my pores, it softens everything. I look very airbrushed when I have this on. Like the Neutrogena, it kind of gives a little bit of a glow, but it's not a shine. I don't want shine on my skin because I'm already oily. It's not like that. It's kind of like a lit from within glow. And a lot of the luminizing products promise that, but I never get that. All I ever get from those products is shiny. So this one, like I said, it gives me kind of a glow, and but very, very subtle. And I think it's that glow that smooths everything out, really makes me look younger because it's smoothing over those fine lines. It does not settle into fine lines over the course of the day. It minimizes pores. I think I already said that. And just basically looks beautiful. I have it in the color Creamy Natural. It does come in 4 colors. Like everything else with Physicians Formula, it's kind of confusing to know which one is for you. So it takes some trial and error, and you may have to look online to find one that works for you, because I find that the drugstores don't carry many different colors of this. There's usually only this one and the translucent. But this is darker than the translucent. I'm pretty fair, so the translucent is probably going to be light for anybody but the fairest. Alright, and then the last one I have to share with you is like that Physicians Formula powder. Amazing. I cannot believe how good this foundation is. This bests anything I've tried, and I've tried some seriously expensive foundations. I only recently discovered this. It is the CoverGirl True Blend Liquid Makeup. I have it in L6. L stands for light. 6 is the darkest light shade. I believe there are 18 shades, which is pretty decent for a drugstore line. It's very much like the Physicians Formula powder. This smooths everything out, minimizes lines, minimizes pores, makes me look very soft and young. And it lasts all day. This is like, of all the foundations I've tried here, this one probably lasts the longest, which is nice on days that I have to go to work. What else? What else do I have written here? This is medium to full coverage, so you're probably going to get a little bit more coverage from this than the Physicians Formula. So if you're looking for heavier coverage, this one is probably the one to go with. It's incredibly natural looking, even with 2 or 3 layers on, even layered to get full coverage. This looks so natural. I mean, you're not going to look like you're not wearing any makeup at all, but I can't believe how natural this looks, and it stays looking natural, and it doesn't start getting patchy and goopy like so many foundations do over the course of the day. Let's see. This gets a best rating on Paula's Choice. She actually says something along the lines of, this product is an example of what is possible in a foundation product, and I totally agree with that. I have a drawer full of liquid and cream foundations. Some I like very, very much. I think in my last video I mentioned 2 higher end products that I really like, the Lancome and the Givenchy, and I like this one better than those. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I've been wearing it all week, and I don't think that I am going to stop using it anytime soon, and I'll have to weed out some of my other foundations that I have in my drawer just because they're going to expire because I've been using this one so much. Alright, so there you go. There are my 5 best drugstore foundations for aging oily skin. Again, these are the ones that are best for me. If you have dry skin, your mileage may vary. If you're younger, you probably have a lot more options because you're not dealing with the same issues that I am. So these are the ones that are best for me, not necessarily the best of all, but definitely the best for me. And I've been super happy with all of them. And I thank you for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe, rate, comment. I love to hear your comments. Let me know what you'd like me to do a video on. And I will talk to you next time.